Welcome everyone to week number 8 in Biology 120. This is our last week together. If you hear some noise, that is my cat Richard back there playing with some paper that I left on the floor. So anyway, hopefully he'll calm down. Let's see what we've got going on this very last week of Bio 120. So last week was about ecosystems and ecology. And ecology is the study of ecosystems, and ecosystems are just in particular environments with particular environmental conditions and all the species that live together there. And it includes all the biotic features, so that's all the organisms that live there, and abiotic features like the climate, the type of soil, the amount of rainfall, etc., etc. Almost all of your topics covered ecosystems and ecology in some way. So this really does pertain to all those final projects that you turned in this past week. Hopefully you got yours turned in. A terribly important assignment because it is worth so many points, 260 out of 1,000 total for our class. Be sure and get that in before the end of the term if you are late turning that in. This week you can skim chapter 45, which is about population ecology. So a population is members of the same species that live together in a particular place over a particular amount of time. Now, it can be a huge span of time. It can be hundreds and hundreds of years, or thousands, or millions, if you're talking about bacteria, or even billions, yeah. It can be long time spans. It can be short time spans. You can study fire ants or toads or, I used to study mosquito populations, and they do not survive for very long. So the time period can be small. You can be pinpointing one particular species that you're interested in. Now, there are agencies and organizations that study populations, like my Department of Natural Resources studies deer populations and bald eagles and coyotes and feral hogs and armadillos. They're invasive in our state right now. Different types of birds like red knots or shorebirds that come in, and they are found in very few places in the world anymore, and they come along the coast of South Carolina to do a lot of their feeding before they move on back north. So they are very important. There are lots of different species that your state, your area most likely studies, and that is population ecology. All right. Skim chapter 45. It's about population ecology. Read through the module 8 overview and watch the video on the human population. It is an amazing video and animation. Just amazing. That shows you what has happened to the human population over time. You can stop this animation anywhere that you want. You can look at what's happening. A couple of places that you ought to pay attention to: the 1300s and the 1600s, in particular in Europe. Notice what happens to the population during those time periods, because something very important happens, and it tells you on the map if you pull that up. Your journal entry, you only have one thing to do this week. No discussion boards. You already turned in your final project, so no more of that. Just one journal entry. And it's about that video and the animation. And the question is, can any species continue exponential growth on into the future? And of course, the answer is going to be no, because something is going to limit the growth of this population. Something, even if you're talking about bacteria, which are so tiny, right? So lots of them can live in a little bit of space, but they run out of things. They run out of food. They run out of space. They build up too much waste, and so that kills them off. So exponential growth, you're going to discuss that, and that is found in that chapter 45. Review the meaning of the map and what do those dots mean, because the dots mean something in particular. And you're going to discuss the consequences of the human population reaching 9 billion people on the planet. We only reached 8 billion just 2 years ago. I think it's less than 2 years ago. And we expect to have 9 billion people on the planet by 2050, I believe, which is absolutely astounding. There are so many people that are going to be on the planet. Can we sustain this? Can we produce enough food? Is there enough space, habitable space for that many people? Are there enough other types of resources? That's for you to discuss in your journal entry. Final thoughts, if you would please take time to do your course evaluations, because they help me be a better teacher. They help my team lead and my dean know that I'm doing a good job or I'm not doing a good job, but maybe I did something that you didn't like. Let me know. It's there for you to talk about the course and talk about me. So please do your course evaluations. The last day to turn in anything for this course is Sunday, June 28th before midnight. After that point, you cannot upload anything else into the course, and you can't send it to me to upload either, because I can't. The only thing that I can do at that point is grade, and that is it until Tuesday, which would be the 30th at 10 p.m. And that is it. The computer actually comes in and grabs up all the grades and puts them into your accounts, and that's all that I can do too. So last day to turn in work is Sunday, June 28th. If you are running out of time and you can't complete your work, but you have completed the majority of the work in the term so far, we can ask for an incomplete for you. And if you get that, then you have an extra 30 days to complete the work for this course. No longer than that. But know this, there is a box that I have to check off that says that you have already successfully completed 70% of the coursework before you are considered to be eligible to take an incomplete for a course. So just realize that. But that is a possibility if you need it. Just let me know, and let me know before the course ends. I have to ask for that before the course ends. All right. If you're having any other issues, if anything else is going on, and you're struggling, please let me know. m.sigmon@snhu.edu. I will be glad to help you in any way that I can. I will get you the help. I will find the right person to talk to. Please just let me know. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you. So please let me know. I wish you all the best in the future. You've done a great job in the course. I wish you the best. I wish you continued success with your college career. And then I'm expecting great things for you when you move out there into the workforce to use those new degrees that you've earned. Okay? And keep in touch with me. I love to hear from my former students. With that being said, I hope that you have a wonderful week number 8, and I'm looking forward to working with you this last week. Have a good week.